Welcome back if you're returning. We got the news. Mid-August, we're off to France. So it's a mad rush now, trying to sort everything out before we go. We have 20 years, well, I have 20 years of thrifting stored in one of those all-weather tents in the backyard. The kids did this while we were away in France looking for the house. So we didn't know at the time if we were going to be staying or going. So it's time to go through everything. This first box was stuff that was obviously I haven't used in a year. These two lovely old candlesticks, as you can see, I've used a lot. They've still got the candle wax on them. So these are the boxes as I'm sort of going through systematically, and we're deciding keeping, selling in the garage sale, or taking with us to France. So we might decide to take some things with us, depending, like I said, once we get there, we'll know more. We'll know what's been left in the house. So it's a matter of now going through everything. And most of this stuff, like I said, it's been over a year since we've moved. And this is stuff that hasn't been bought out in a year. So some of it I have been looking for, but decided to wait until this moment to get through everything. So I like these little containers. I'm going to be using those in my displays. I've got quite a few of them, so I'm going to give them a good polish. As you can see, some of them have got little bits and bobs in them. So literally, as I'm going through stuff, I'm deciding as what I'm keeping and what I'm going to give away. I do have lots of cloches as well, quite the collection of them. So I'm going to be keeping those, I think, and putting them in a display. All these things like this probably go to, my granddaughter, and, silly things that you find, Christmas ornaments. And it's so weird when you're packing up what goes where. Again, like I said, I have lots of little things that I'll decide whether to sell on in the garage sale, don't redonate or keep. So the way I'm doing this, if I'm going through these boxes as I'm finding stuff, obviously the stuff that I will use, but most of this, if I haven't used it in a year, and this is what I normally do when I move, I just get rid of them, like these wires and things. You've probably needed them in the year, I haven't been able to find them and repurchased. One of the things that I had done before COVID, I was going to open a tea room, and obviously plans have changed now, so I do have a large collection of teapots, tea sets, you name it. I will go through them all. So I have to decide what I'm going to do with them. I think actually what I might do is put them in collections and sell them that way. They'd be perfect for weddings and tea parties and stuff like that, but it's not something that I have really room to store. And I don't really have I'm not really going to take them with me. I shall take some with me, I think, but probably just the best of. Most of the stuff in this box is going to go to the garage sale, and then after the garage sale I just donate everything, because I figure if I don't want it, nobody else is willing to pay for it, let's donate it. So most of this box is donations. It's funny, as you go find things that you obviously haven't seen for a year. I do have quite a collection of Eiffel Towers. Who knew? So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with them. I think they'll probably go in the garage sale. All the candlesticks and things like that I will hang on to, because I do use them a lot, especially in my decor around the year. This box was a lovely box. I've had it for absolutely ages. There's another little cloche I made. Obviously it's been in the bottom of another box. It's a little bit worse for wear, and one of the coasters was broken, it was cracked in half, but these little coasters are lovely, and I used to use them all the time when I set my nice dinner table. So I will hang on to this set because it is a nice set, and that I will use that when I'm setting, like Christmas and New Year's, whatever, nice tables. Now, along with my collection of various tea sets, teapots, I have a most gorgeous collection of serviettes and tablecloths. So I'm going to separate them, and I do store them in a suitcase in the kitchen. So I'm going to do that for now, and then I'm going to re-go through them once I've sorted them all out and got the collection, because I really won't need that many. Like I said, the plan was for a tea room or to cater to weddings, so I think I've got enough for about 100 settings. So I do have a lot of beautiful serviettes and tablecloths that obviously I'm not going to use. I will keep the best of and then pass the rest on. And I think this box was then just full of dishes that I had. I was making my own tray sets with the I was drilling into them and putting the little stands in, but I won't be doing that now, so I'm just going to be selling them on. Some of these were actually broken, but most of these plates I'm going to donate. This next box had a collection of my silk scarves on top. I'll show you that in a minute. These little Victorian dancing slippers I've had for many years. I might try clean them up and put them in my cabinet, my display cabinet. I do have lots of little pewter items in here with little knickknacks in, the little earrings, diamante earrings. Again, I'm just going to pick the best and keep some and donate the rest. I do have a really nice collection of cloches, and what I was thinking of was making a butterfly display, but not with real butterflies, with fake ones. So I'm going to see how that turns out. I might do an upcoming video. That's a really nice doorstop. I've been looking for that for quite a while. Again, there are pictures and little, objects, and of course more of my collection of Eiffel Towers. Like I said, I've got quite a few of those, and I probably will be selling them and then donating them if they don't sell. Actually, this little deer head I've been looking for everywhere, and some little pictures that are in this box that I had above my French door at the last house, and I would love to display them again somewhere else. So I think I've got a couple of bedrooms to do upstairs. I've definitely got a laundry room that I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks. So all of this will be, well, most of this will be placed around the house. These are very seasonal, so these will be going up at Christmas time, but they are something that I've used over the years. This is another little thing. I'm going to be using this in my hallway for a bit of and I'm doing a bit of a craft with a couple of other things that I've got. This is something, been looking for this for ages as well. So it's really nice to find things that you've been looking for and you think you know where they are, but they're not there. So this is part of my collection of silk scarves. I say part because I do have ones that I use more often, but this is the one that I had kept in a little box. Some of them have been given to me as gifts, but most of them I've picked up over the years, and I would say 90% of these are silk. Some of them are names, some of them are just really pretty scarves that I've picked up over the years. I will be putting these in a nice box and putting them in my closet, because there are some lovely ones, again, picked up in various places all over the world, and just beautiful to have. I know they're not really in vogue anymore, but I just think they look so nice. A really nice silk scarf looks beautiful. I did have a Hermes scarf. It was very bad condition. I picked it up years ago, but I did hang on to it because it was such a beautiful scarf. Like I said, it had a little hole in it. It was frayed at the sides. I put it somewhere for safekeeping, and do you think I know where this is? I've searched everywhere, so I'm hoping I haven't thrown it away, because it probably was the most expensive scarf that I'll ever own. But I do have, there's some Dior, and I think there's I did have a Chanel one once, but I think I actually gave that to my mom, because she loved it so much. But you can see all different styles and colours, some of them quite retro, but very, very pretty and very beautiful. While I was working, I picked out a couple of things that I was going to make over. This little picture frame was something that I've had for a while, and I wanted to put it in the kitchen now. I'm thinking this will either go in the kitchen with a little collection of picture frames, or I'll take this to France with me and put it in the new house. These are the other two picture frames that I've picked up recently, and what I've done is I've got my stamp set out, and I thought they would look really nice in a little collection on the wall. So I've painted. Neither of these had proper frames in them, like backings in them, so I've got some Bristol board or some foam core board, painted it all the same yellow, and then fitted them in to the picture frames, and then I'm just going to stamp directly onto the board that is been painted yellow. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just cutting out the shape of the backing board, and then I'm going to use these two, just put them directly onto the wall. You can see what it is. It's got to fit inside the frame, and there's a little lip inside, so I've traced the actual shape of the frame and then a little bit bigger so it'll fit. Then I've painted them in the yellow paint. You can see there it's the same colour that's in the kitchen, and then I'm going to take my navy blue stamp, and I'm going to make some little stamps to go up on the wall. Like I said, they can go in this kitchen, or I think I might take these to France with me, and it'll be something familiar in the new house. These are the IOD stamps. These are probably a year and a half old. The only place I can get IOD is on Etsy, and they take weeks and weeks to come. So if I decide I want to do a project, I've got to decide weeks in advance because it takes ages. I'm hoping to travel into the States in the next few weeks and pick up a few of these while I'm there, because you just can't get them in Canada, not as readily as you can other designs. I just find, like as I said in the last video, the IOD stamps and transfers are just so much better. So this is what I'm using, this blue stamp on all of the little pictures, so you'll see the display in just a moment. Now this next little project is something that I've been planning for a while. When I found this this stand, I had this in the hall at the last house, and I had a candle on it. This time I've got these remote candles, which are real wax actually on the outside. And I've seen this done with decoupage paper, where they iron it on to real candles, and it becomes part of the candle, so it burns down naturally. It doesn't, go on fire or anything. But I wanted to try this, and I'm going to use decoupage. So I thought, in the hallway, let's go with the William Morris theme. It's what I've been using all the way through. So all I've done is I've got a piece of decoupage paper that's been left from another project, and I'm literally fitting it to the candle, and then I'm going to use Mod Podge and see how that looks. And as you can see, like this last little piece of paper almost fits exactly, so it's a perfect fit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it to size, use Mod Podge, and stick that down. As you can see, it's just a little jar of Mod Podge and just covering a thin layer all over the candle. Like I said, I could have done this with an iron. It's just a warm iron, and then you warm up the wax, press on the decoupage paper, and then sort of iron it on. But I wanted to try it with the Mod Podge, because this way I can peel it off if I want to without doing any damage to the candle, because these little candles are great when they're on remotes. As you can see, I hacked this right up, dropped it on the paper, but it worked out fine. There was no issues. You can see though, it's almost a perfect fit for the piece of paper that I had, and as long as you can get it all nice and flat and get all the bubbles out, there's a really lovely glow on this candle in the hallway when it's on. It just looks so pretty. Again, you don't have to worry about it burning out because it's remote, and it's nice to have a little light on in the hall when you're coming in, or in the night time when you're going to bed. So I'll show you that again in just a moment at the end of the video. Honestly, I've yet to make something William Morris I don't like. I love this candle. I think it looks so pretty, especially in this spot in the hallway on this little stand, and at night it's lovely with a soft glow. In the evening it's just nice. It's nice when you walk in and there's no other light on in the house and you've just got that little glow of that candle. Here's the beautiful friendship picture. Again, all the colours match and it just fits into this hallway perfectly. I wanted to point out this little glass coaster. I did add a little piece of the decoupage paper just at the bottom, right there, just very basic, and it looks really pretty. So I've got my little flowers on there, not that you can really see it, but if I use it in my living room you'll be able to tell what's on it. So there's another little addition to the hallway. I am so pleased with how these turned out also. I also had a little box that I found in one of my boxes and I painted that and put the stamp on that as well, and they just look lovely. So what I think I'm going to do, I am going to do something similar as I did in the hallway upstairs with the William Morris prints. I'm going to see if I can find a little picture frame for all of these stamps, and I think in the fall, like I said, I think I'm going to take these to France with me, but in the fall I'm going to do some more for my kitchen when I change my decor. Again, really pleased with these. They look so cute. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little bonus video. Let me know if you enjoyed me going through the boxes on film. I have so many other boxes and so many other treasures to unwrap. If you want to be part of that, let me know and we can do a couple of more videos like this.